Fingers crossed. We're live broadcasting. Good morning. I'm hoping that you are ready and raring to go. And if you're not, then here's a little bit of Monday motivation for your Monday, your morning, even your week. And this week's motivation is all around the bounce. How do you bounce back? How do you bounce your way to your best? So this Monday motivation is a bit of a mixture of observations of people that are doing the things that they want to do in life. Success means so much and so many different things for so many different people, but they're doing the things that they want to do in life. And this comes from a mixture of observations in those people that do those things, and also in many of the conversations that I've had with clients who are aiming to do things, and also observations in my life where I've done things and maybe haven't done things, they haven't worked out so well. So if you're watching this and you're one of the usual crew, please do say hello in the box below, and do remember to share this with friends. The best place to share it is on your Facebook timeline, because you never know who of your family or friends might need to see this message. So straight off the blocks, I'm saying good morning to you, Alan, waving back at you, good morning. So so this week was quite a difficult one to pick, because there was so many things that I could put in there. But I've made a promise to myself to keep these Facebook Lives a lot shorter than they have been previously. Many of you are watching this on your commute. Some of you are watching this and then going straight into your day. So the first amount of background noise has gone, which I also think had something to do with the connection. That was a little bit wonky this morning, but we're here now, you and I. So good morning, Ian. He says, hey up, good morning, and everyone watching. So waving good morning back. So the first thing to think about, if you are looking to bounce to your best, you know, to really be your best when you bounce, is there's this observation that I've seen where people know that they're good at a thing or a number of things. Hey, Sophie, hello. You know that you're good at something. You know that you're good at a number of things, and you might want to bring them together. You might want to keep them separate. It could be professionally, it could be personally, it could be a mixture of both. And the first bounce to consider is whether you stay in the place of knowing that you are great at the thing, or whether you bounce from, oh, I am good at it, but. So let me help you with the place to be. So number one, hello Sophie, and she's saying hello to everyone else. She's up. She must have a busy day creating lots of goodies. That's all I can imagine. So, but here's where I see people bounce. Knowing that you're good at something is not a crime. Knowing that you're good at many things isn't a crime. In fact, talking about it and sharing with people why you're good at it and what you're great at is absolutely the way to go. Absolutely the way to go forward. So sometimes what you might want to do to avoid the bounce into a place that you don't want to be is have a careful look at the people around you. Have a careful look at those people around you. Have a look at those scenarios or situations that you are in or that you put yourself in. And have a look at the groups of people you surround yourself with, and ask yourself, is this person serving me? Is this group serving me? And maybe a step further than serving me, because it might not be about you as the person, but it could be the goal, the dream, the plan, the thing that you're working on. Because, being with family and friends on a night out will serve you and serve something on a level that will please you, whether it's going out for lunch with them or dinner or something like that. Whereas when it comes to focusing or concentrating on building a business, for example, as many of my clients do, then being in a different crowd of people, different situations, will be completely different. Hey, good morning Tracy, good to see you here. And then think about like who you surround yourself with, So I'm really blessed that I have friends, I have acquaintances, I have people that understand and get what I do, and I have some people that don't, and that's okay. So one of the things that I've noticed about many high performers and people that just get stuff like on point, if you like, is that they know who to be with at specific times. And this is not about being finicky or anything else like that. And actually, you know, I remember speaking a couple of months back now to a lady who's an executive in a sales role. So she works within a business, doesn't have her own job, and you know, at work, there are things that she wants to do, things that she wants to achieve. And actually, the people at work aren't the people for her to speak to. They just aren't, you know, because she is, you know, very senior within the organisation. And as she wants to stretch and grow, she can't really speak to her peers about that. And she can't really speak to her teams about that. So it's all about choosing the right people for the right tools for the right job. That makes sense. So that's number one, the bounce tip. Number two is, most of us look at the opinions that you take. So let me start off by sort of laying this on the table. So most of us have got a driver within us, an internal driver. On this side of the driver, we're really driven by others, what they do, what they say, how they react, and all of that good stuff. And then on the other side, we're driven by ourselves. And it's interesting because I don't meet that many people that are solely driven by themselves, you know, have got that drive. Many people are somewhere in between that sliding scale of driven by everything that other people do or driven by the self. Many people are somewhere in between that. So one great way for you to know how to get yourself kind of motivated and things like that is to know where you are on that scale. So are you the sort of person that loves the opinion of others, or does the opinion of others kind of push you off your perch, so to speak? Are you a person that when you have to make a decision, you will seek counsel in other people? Are you the sort of person that when you need to make a decision, you're going to sit quietly, maybe with your notebook or journal and pen, and just, you know, create some ideas, or with some electronic device? Are you kind of the person that has to do that first and then put it out to other people? This is an important thing to know because we're all driven on different ways. In fact, we've got about 24 combinations or different variants of drivers, which together makes like a huge combination of different drivers. But knowing where you are on that really helps. So if you're the sort of person that needs to give it some thought first, then you can put it out to somebody else or other people to get an opinion, then that's fine. If you're the sort of person that likes to put it out to other people and then go back and reflect, that's fine. And if you're anywhere in between that, that's also fine. This is not about right and wrong, but this is definitely about knowing where you are. Are you highly driven by others or highly motivated by yourself? This makes your bounces a lot easier. So you're not necessarily bouncing from one thing to another. You know exactly where to go to get that opinion, to get that help, to get that drive. So that's the second thing. Know where you are on the kind of the others and self scale. And then the third thing, and this, like as I say, it was so difficult to pick these because there are quite a few of them. And there is this is taken from a blog that I wrote last week. So here are some. Here's the final one that I'm going to share with you, and it's about thinking on your feet. So the bounce comes when, with your ability to think on your feet, and it's almost like when put under some slight pressure. You know, maybe websites revisions need to be done or handed in by a certain time. Maybe it's a deadline. Maybe it's that you're working on an offer. Maybe it's something else like that. So, for example, I am doing a 12 days of Christmas offer. And, you know, logically I was like, well, that should start on the 1st of December, which was a Saturday. And I didn't want to start it on a Saturday. I wanted to start it today. So what I decided to do was I want to share, and these come from reflections of my year, actually, 12 different ways in which we can look at being visible, getting out there, doing the things that we want to do. And I just went, you know what? On this one, I'm self-driven. I'm starting from today. Don't need to couch an opinion. Don't need to ask in a group. And you know, like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. Don't need to ask anyone else. This is what I want to do. But I needed to be able to think on my feet so that I could get all the graphics and get all the content and everything ready to start it today. So 12 noon for the next 12 days, there'll be a little theme of 12 days of, rather than Christmas, Viz for visibility, mess. that will be completely complimentary out here for you to have a look at and share with friends, and just to give you a little bit of a visibility boost as we get closer to Christmas, but not so close that you're trying to get visible and cook the turkey at the same time. So how are you at thinking on your feet? Are you like not so much into it? Are you I'm going to do it now? So here's one of the things that I've observed in people. Often we say we're passionate about something, but when it comes to it, how passionate are we? Are we so passionate that we will see it through from start to finish, even if it takes us some time? Or are we next time? So one of the things that I probably have the most conversations about with people before they start working with me is that whole I'll do it next time piece. Either they'll do that for themselves, or sometimes they'll have a conversation with me. Now at the moment, and I haven't even kind of gone public with this, I've got something called a sounding board. It's shown on my website, and it's an opportunity to have a year to sit and face-to-face where possible, and some people have preferred to do live video, but face-to-face where people can come and spend an hour with me every month on their trusted kind of bouncing sort of soundboard, and they can bounce their ideas off, or they can bounce their next actions off. And, you know, I've taken a number of clients through this over the years. So what I've done is I've gone to people who I've already worked with and offered this out to them. And already I've had people coming back saying, I'm in, you know, a couple of people saying, I'm away, but I'm back on this date. Can we have a conversation then? And that kind of thing. And the point that I make here is that for many of you who are selling products or services, you'll know that within your area, sometimes you'll speak to people and their mindset isn't on a, well, I'm going to think on my feet and do it now. Their mindset or their decision making is, oh, I'll do it next time. And you never know whether there is going to be a next time or not. But what that shows is that they're not in a place to do it now. So in the example I've just given, my job isn't to persuade somebody, oh no, you're not ready now, so you should do it, or you should have the thing for me. Hi Francis, good morning. My job isn't to persuade or sell or cajole or coerce or anything else like that. My job is simply just to let people know what's available to them and why it might be a good idea to do it. That's it. Okay, that's it. They need to be able to go off and make their decision. But if they come from a space of next time, and for those of you that are working in a corporate environment, you might see this when it comes to appraisals, which I know for many of you are happening at this time of year, where there's some goals and tasks that have been set, you're ticking them off, or maybe you're the person being appraised and they're being ticked off, and you find yourself saying, oh, I'll do that next time, I'll do it next year. Okay, so if you're in that place, it's good to explore why, because that stops the bounce. So bounce to your best. That's it for this week. Bounce to your best in 3 ways. So one way that you bounce out of your best and back into your best is, you know that you're great at something. Stay with the thing that you're great at, or the things that you're great at. Many of you are polymath, so you're great at a number of things. Stay in that space and look for the situations, the people and the groups that will help to keep you in there. Second thing is, like, you'd love an opinion. Know if you're driven by others that you're likely to have that sway your opinion, and that's okay, but know what you want at least first and start to hone that. And you know, sometimes people go and seek opinion from someone who isn't quite the person that they need to seek opinion from. So if you're a cake maker and you're seeking opinion on making a cake, don't go to a candlestick maker. It doesn't make any sense. Okay. And then the third one is about thinking on your feet. Do you stay in the place of thinking on your feet, or do you bounce into the maybe next time? So I know that I will get messages from some of you saying, this sounding board thing, what is it? If you have heard that and you're thinking, what is the sounding board stuff? Just pop a comment either below here and put sounding board, or send me a message to this page and I'll send you the details of what that is. I normally only take people on that place either after a conversation if they're not known to me, but I normally in my quota for the year, because obviously I do other things as well, in my quota for the year I'll normally take you on if I've had experience of you and working with you. Okay, so because sometimes it isn't for everyone. So if that's you, send me a message to this page with sounding board, and I'll send you a cut and paste of the details of what that includes. If you're in my inner circle, you may have seen that post that I put in there over the weekend. I didn't put it in the Vibes Tribe, so if you're in the Vibes Tribe thinking, what is that, it won't be in there. Send me a message to this page. So remember to look at how you bounce to your best, how you bounce to be your best. Are you going to, one, know that you're great, stay in the place and have the support of people or, you know, environments or situations that help to, you know, to continue that greatness? Are you going to love the opinion of others more than the opinion that you know is right for you? Or are you going to put it out to others when you don't normally? And that's one of the things that that we cover in the sounding board. It's a safe space, a confidential space for you to put out. It could be idea, it could be something that you want to do next, it could be a what can I do, like a modern day agony aunt. Or are you going to be the person thinking on your feet? And thank you for those love hearts, whoever sent those across the screen. Are you going to be happy thinking on your feet? Or are you going to drive your life through the filter of, I'll do it next time? Choice is up to you. Hopefully this has been motivating for your Monday, your morning, and hopefully onto your week. And thank you for those of you watching overseas. It's really, for some of you it's Sunday night, and for some of you it's Monday afternoon. Thank you so much for watching. Please do share this with friends, and I will send details to those of you who are already sending me messages about the sounding board. Lots of love to you all. I'm so excited to see how you're going to use these bouncing to your best, what you're going to do with that. So do share underneath here, but if you want somewhere a little bit more private, go into the Vibes Tribe and share it with in there where the only people that can see are other people. I love hearing what you're up to, what you're getting motivated to do. So thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Francelise. Thank you, Alan. Who else? Thank you, Ian. And thank you to those of you I've seen hopping on and off. And Sophie, thank you so much for being here and being up early. Lots of love to you. Bye for now.